What's up, Fiery 49 fans? We're out behind the barn doing a little work on Fiery 49. We've cleared the barn out. Our girls have discovered the loft in the barn, and they're doing clubhouse stuff, so they're having a good time. But they're away. I've got a minute. I can actually, I have enough silence to do a little audio recording without them screaming in the background. But what you see right here, that's our old original headliner. We've pulled that out of the roof there, and you can see that nice mouse nest that used to be up there. We've not had mice in the truck since we put it back on the road. That's just been living up there since at least January 2020 when we bought the truck. That's one of the biggest issues with vehicles. When they sit, rodents take over. If it's not moving for a while, they realize they have found a good place to set a nest up. So you can kind of see we do have some water damage. We mentioned back at the St. Patty's Parade, we noticed we had water in the roof line, and you can see that back here. These are the back panels. You can see some there and there. That water damage is rainwater damage. And now that we have the headliner out and have confirmed it, we can see that that lines up and corresponds with these lights. And you can kind of see the small hole there, but you can really see why water is getting in from the inside. Now we can tell now that the headliner's out by the ring, that, and the mounting holes. These lights got swapped out at some point. We don't know what was original on the truck as built, but someone at some point swapped out the lights. They just ran self-tapping screws through the base. That's under the lens, and that's what's holding the lights on now. We'll keep those. They're fine, but we got some sealing to do. But it does make us curious what used to be original. We'll have to dig around and keep trying to find some pictures of Fiery 49 in its earlier years. But as of right now, no idea. But we'll address those leaks. We'll get it sealed up. We've bought a bunch of rubber mat to make seals that properly fit under here. We can get rid of the caulking, and we'll make sure that we get the old mounting holes covered up while we do that. But so that's our rainwater leak, is those two flashing lights on top. But you can see lots of damage from the mouse urine, the nesting, all that, the rust and stuff you see there. That is not from water leak. That is unfortunately from mouse urine soaking the headliner, sitting against the paint and metal, and basically it's just peeled it off. So we're going to trash these old original headliners. There's no saving these. They're damaged. They're warped. The only thing we'll retain is those braces there. We'll pop those off and use those on the new headliner. New headliner. There's nothing to it. We've got a pile of parts back here, but that's our rubber mat. We'll make our light seals out of that. We'll cut our own. Here's the new headliner. Literally, it's just cardboard with a little decorative backing on it, but that's all these trucks had in 49. This is not a double walled roof line, so you can see here between the mice digging in, they actually burrowed through and under the old sound insulation and deadening. That's the mount for the Mars light on top, so we're going to take that off. We're going to just clean up and fix all this wiring. You can see this is still the old cloth covered wiring, but we're going to take all the old sound deadening mat off, get it cleaned up, and put some new butyl rubber modern sound deadening back in its place before we put the headliner back in. We'll get our interior light working. It doesn't have power getting to it. You can see the old original power cable, but no power coming in. We'll address that up here where the mice were living and got in. Literally, you can see how much damage just that urine that's sitting on there. It's just so acidic, it tears it up. So we'll clean all this up, get paint back on this to seal it up, make sure it's back in good condition. But it's all very simple. It's literally just a bunch of screws that go through these retaining trim pieces and a two-piece headliner. It's not a large modern headliner that's hard to come out here around the windshield. We didn't take these all the way off because we got one screw being very stubborn, and I don't want to strip it out unnecessarily. So we just got the windshield trim pulled back enough to get everything out and get the headliner in. So that's where we're at with the headliner, leak repair, all the new parts. We do have the cowl vent right there. A few days ago, we removed the cowl vent, put the new seal in, had it all the way out because you had to get the seal in. We had to remove the cowl vent. You can see here now it's up, but there's that new seal living in there, nice and happy, having a good time, sitting properly. That's not 100% guarantee that won't leak. Some of those were known to leak just by design because of how they retain it. But compared to the old cowl seal that was completely dry rotted, half of it missing, falling in. We'll be in much better shape. The one thing I have left to do on that is ensure that our drain tube isn't clogged up with some of the old materials and stuff. You can see that cowl vent, that tube right there. That's actually a drain that comes down from the cowl vent, and water that does get around the seal is supposed to go to that and drain here on top of the engine. We'll just make sure that that's blocked or not blocked up, and that any water that does get past the new seal can go the proper route instead of back in the cab. So that's what we're at, what we're into. We'll be several hours doing all this stuff because the surface prep in here will probably be the longest job, and just getting that all cleaned back up, getting all the old material that is still stuck scraped off, and getting the surface ready for the new sound deadening mats. Chasing some wires, but we'll make it real nice when we're done. Make sure all of our seals are new and fresh, and you can't see daylight through the roof line, and then our nice new cardboard headliner gets in and lives a long, dry life inside the cab. You can see here we've got a bunch of different rubber parts. This is all just rubber strip, rubber. There's kill mat, butyl rubber, lots of stuff to just fit different places. One other thing we're doing, I did not order the new door panels. I ordered the trim rings because the passenger door here was missing the trim ring that went around it. But now that I've got that off and looking at it, the edges of it, the original, just like the headliner, the cardboard door panel, it is so damaged from riding in this truck for years and years and years, unprotected because the trim ring was missing, that it's just not salvageable. It's too curled. It's got tears in it. All of this, all the damage you see here, basically this won't sit inside these trim rings as it's supposed to, and it's damaged, and it's losing the color, and it's peeling. So for $24 a pair for new ones, we're just going to get those ordered too, along with the broken handle, or knob, replacement knob for the cowl vent actuator, some other stuff, and just get the truck, try to get it back nice and looking good as in a probably 50s era in service used look. So lots going on. Nothing real technical to show other than where we're at and what we're doing. So there it is, interior soft parts, getting it done, making Fiery 49 nice once again, or fairly nice, not too nice.